Matty's mock draft is finally here, version 1.0. Not sure we're going to get a 2.0. Matty's mock NFL draft. Let's go. This is one of the craziest NFL drafts I've ever seen in my life. There has not been a trade in the first round yet. That's the first time since 1993 that's happened. There's no franchise quarterback really out there this year. Cam Ward's going to go first, but Cam Ward, if you look at last year's draft, Caleb's ahead of him. Jaden Daniels is ahead of him. Uh, Drake May is ahead of him. And then you get to guys like Penix and Bo Nix. So he's right around the Penix and Bo Nix. So he's not better than Caleb, not better than Jaden. He's not better than Drake May. I'll give him, he's right in the same category. Cam Ward is in the same category as Michael Penix and Bo Nix. He's right around there. So is he better than Bo Nix? I don't know. We'll find out. First pick, let's just get it over with. Matty's mock draft version 1.0. Not sure we're getting 2.0, 3.0. First pick overall, Tennessee Titans are taking Cam Ward, quarterback, University of Miami and Washington State University transfer. Obvious pick. Again, he's not a franchise quarterback. Got a hell of an arm. Hell of an arm. Thinks he can make any and every throw, which is a good thing and probably a bad thing. He'll probably have some life lessons to learn right away. Will Levis is QB2 right now. I don't know if Cam Ward is really going to get any time on the bench. They might just throw him out there and see what happens, which again, I don't know if that's a good thing, but hopefully Cam Ward reacts well, and it is a good thing for the Tennessee Titans. The Titans get their quarterback of the future, so to speak. We'll find out soon. We'll find out by week 10 if he's the future or not. But Cam Ward going number 1 overall. Tennessee Titans. Good for one of my favorite towns in America, Smashville, Tennessee. Number 2, also obvious pick, the GOAT, Travis Hunter, going to Cleveland. Cleveland's first good move in a long, long time, other than probably Myles Garrett over the last 15, 20, 50, 100 years. I can't name another time Cleveland's done well or made a good decision. So Cleveland, number 2 pick, obvious, Travis Hunter. He's probably going to start at DB, sprinkle in some receivers, sprinkle in some punt return, playmaker city. So Charles Woodson's a good comparison. Deion Sanders is not a good comparison, but Charles Woodson's a great comparison for Travis Hunter. Both Heisman Trophy Award winners. I think Charles Woodson tried a little bit at offense, but that wasn't his thing. Hall of Fame defensive back, Hall of Fame cornerback, and safety. Travis Hunter, obvious pick. Cleveland Browns, number 2. Number 3 pick, New York Giants. This is where all hell can break loose. And hopefully, for our sake as the fans, all hell does break loose when the Giants pick. Now, the New York Giants should be selecting Shedeur Sanders. The New York Giants are stupid and dumb, and they're not going to take him. They're going to go to war with Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, seemingly tanking for Arch Manning next year. New York Giants should take Shedeur Sanders. They're not going to. The New York Giants are taking Abdul Carter to add to their collection of defensive linemen. They got the big man in the middle, Lawrence. They got Kayvon Thibodeau, who's okay, who's good. He's a good pass rusher. And now they have Abdul Carter, who's just a freak. He can play on the edge. He can play linebacker. He can just play all over the place. Abdul Carter, 3rd pick overall. New York Football Giants. Should be Shedeur. Like I said, all hell could break loose here. Matty's mock draft, version 1.0. Not sure we're getting 2.0 or 3.0. Probably not. To recap, Cam Ward goes 1 to the Titans. Number 2, Travis Hunter goes to the Cleveland Browns. Number 3, Abdul Carter goes to the New York Giants. Should be Shedeur. All hell will break loose if Shedeur goes there. That's what we want as fans. 4th pick overall. This, again, all hell will break loose with the 4th pick overall. The Patriots could take Ashton Jeanty here. The Patriots do not have a running game. They don't have any good running backs. They have Ramondre Stevenson right now. Okay running back. He's okay. He's definitely like a fantasy starter if you're in dire need. Their left tackle right now is, I don't even know how to say this guy's name, Vidarian Lowe. They need a left tackle badly. I have in Matty's mock draft 1.0, version 1.0, the New England Patriots could take Ashton Jeanty here 100%. I have them taking Will Campbell, the LSU starting left tackle. Will Campbell's a stud. He's got some T-Rex arms, still a stud. Started at LSU as like an 18, 19-year-old true freshman. Has really good tape against Will Anderson, has really good tape across the ball for 3 years. Will Campbell, 4th pick overall, New England Patriots. Kind of a chill draft. Nothing crazy in my mock draft. Nothing crazy yet. Like I said, Shedeur should go 3. The Giants should take Shedeur. They don't have a quarterback. Just keep drafting quarterbacks until you find one. 4th pick could be Ashton Jeanty here. By the way, the Giants don't have really a good running back. They got my boy Tracy, but the Giants don't really have a great running back either. So Shedeur, Giants got Abdul. So Cam Ward goes first overall. Travis Hunter goes second overall to the Cleveland Browns. Third pick, Giants take Abdul Carter. Nice little defense they got going there. Defense does win championships, I guess, but you need to score points as well. Fourth pick, Patriots, Will Campbell. Kind of a boring draft, in my opinion. I went safe. Like I said, Shedeur should be up there. Jeanty should be up there, but I have them dropping. Fifth pick overall, the Jaguars. There's no such thing as a Jaguars fan, but here we go. They need help all over the ball. They've been terrible my whole entire life, except for like that 1 year in like '96, and then a couple years with Blake Bortles. Those uniforms are great uniforms traditionally in the Jaguars. The only good thing about the Jaguars is their uniforms. I am still a Trevor Lawrence fan. I think Trevor Lawrence is good. He's one of the greatest quarterback prospects ever to come out. Jacksonville's an awful franchise. Franchise dysfunction is extremely underrated when grading quarterbacks and the careers. The Jaguars are never going to win anything. There's no such thing as a Jaguars fan. I am a Trevor Lawrence fan. He needs to get the hell out of there. But the fifth pick overall, you've seen Mason Graham here. Everyone's like, oh, D-line, sure, take the best defensive tackle available, best defensive lineman available. Nobody really knows where Jacksonville's going to go. I have them taking Michigan's tight end, Colston, Loveland. All hell could break loose in this draft. Nobody knows who is going where. The Jaguars don't have a tight end. They're Brenton Strange, decent player. Second round pick in 2023. Loveland's the starting tight end. A lot of people going two tight end sets these days. Brian Thomas Jr. is a stud. They could go receiver here. I don't think they're going to go with Tet, our boy Tet. They have Travis Etienne. They got Tank Bigsby. You don't need Ashton Jeanty right now. The Jaguars don't need three running backs. They need more players on offense. They do have Brian Thomas Jr. I just don't think there's a receiver available. Colston, Loveland, Jaguars. With the fifth pick overall, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Colston, Loveland, tight end, Michigan, over Tyler Warren, by the way. All hell could break loose in this draft. This draft is crazy. Nobody knows where anybody is going in this draft. Nobody knows anything. Number 6, Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. Now, Tom Brady's in control. Al Davis is probably in control. Mark Davis is pretty much in control as well. So Tom Brady and Mark Davis have been friends for a long time. The Raiders' new GM's a Michigan man, just like Tom Brady. So it seems like Brady's calling the shots here. I wouldn't. Old school, they're taking Matthew Golden, receiver from Texas, runs like a 4.3. That's old school Raiders. They could take Ashton Jeanty here with the 6th pick overall. They need line help. They need a running back. They have one wide receiver. The Raiders are obviously a mess. They did get their quarterback with not Gino Toretta, but Geno Smith. Jacoby Myers is the only receiver. Again, I don't think there's a receiver really good enough right now to take. But with the 6th pick overall in Matty's mock draft, we're going to go to 13 picks, by the way, with the 6th pick overall. The Las Vegas Raiders select your boy, the number 1 running back on the board, the blue chip prospect. I think there's like 2 or 3 blue chippers is what I've been hearing. I ain't no guru. I'm just a guy with a mock draft with a 13 pick mock. Number 6, Las Vegas Raiders taking Ashton Jeanty. Gonna fit right in, gonna be a fantasy pick stud. He's gonna be a top 10 fantasy running back. They need help on the line. They'll probably take care of that in rounds 2, 3, and 4. The Raiders are a mess. No matter if they have a Hall of Fame coach, a Hall of Fame president, and a really good quarterback in Geno Smith. They still need a lot. Don't be surprised if they went offensive line here, just because they have smart people running the show right now. Ashton Jeanty, too good to pass up. Blue chip running back prospect. Going to slide right in there, give you 1,210 for your fantasy team. Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty is a top 10 fantasy pick, period. That's an easy pick. It's a pretty safe draft so far, except for Colston Loveland. So we got Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Will Campbell, Colston Loveland, Ashton Jeanty. The Jets, the New York Jets, up next at number 7 with the 7th pick overall. Let's go to their roster. They need defensive back help. They don't have a cornerback. I thought about taking the Michigan cornerback for the Jets here. Now maybe they can get more defensive back help later. Their defense was okay last year. It was a defensive focused team. Whatever, they weren't very good. Again, with the 7th pick, the New York Football Jets, not the Football Giants, the New York Jets taking another tight end, Tyler Warren, Penn State tight end Tyler Warren goes to the Jets at 7. That's two tight ends in 7 picks. Like I said, all hell could break loose in this draft. It is a great draft to be a fan. Um, Nobody knows what's going to happen uh, after the second pick, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, Shedeur should go 3 to the Giants because the Giants stink and they need a quarterback. Just take the best quarterback prospects until one hits. Please. Thank you. Not going to happen. They're going to take Abdul Carter. 7th pick, New York Jets. Tyler Warren fits right into that offense. Justin Fields has a middle of the field target. The tight end on the Jets right now is Jeremy Ruckert. I am unfamiliar with him. It's going to be a different offense without Aaron Rodgers. It's like Rodgers had his guys. They were really Jets guys. The Jets are trying to move on from that Aaron Rodgers stench, trying to get rid of all of that. 7th pick overall, Tyler Warren, Penn State tight end, New York Jets. That gets us to the 8th pick, the Panthers, the Carolina Panthers. They don't have a tight end on the board. Both the top 2 tight ends are gone. They're not going to take a tight end. They need a receiver. They got Thielen and Leggett and Coker. They could use it. They could use a wide receiver. The Carolina Panthers could use a wide receiver too high in the draft to get a wide receiver. So, with the 8th pick overall, the Carolina Panthers shore up that defensive line and take Mason Graham, defensive lineman, Michigan. And if you look at the Carolina Panthers, they've already signed 2 guys on the defensive line this offseason, Bobby Brown from the Rams and Tershawn Wharton from the Kansas City Chiefs. Mason Graham's a 3rd. They're getting nasty on the defensive line. That's what the Carolina Panthers want to do. They got Bryce Young. Ashton Jeanty he's gone, first of all. But if he slips, that's another option, kind of. They do have Chuba, my boy Chuba, but there's nothing wrong with having two really good running backs in the NFL these days. Let's go over it again. Titans take Cam Ward. Browns take Travis Hunter. Giants take Abdul Carter. Patriots, Will Campbell. Jaguars, Loveland. Vegas takes Jeanty. 7, Tyler Warren. 8, the Panthers take Mason Graham, which gets us to the New Orleans Saints. They need a quarterback, and you know what time it is, baby. You know what time it is in New Orleans, baby. You know what time it is. Should have gone higher. Should have gone to the Giants at 3. The New Orleans Saints at the 9th pick overall select Shedeur Sanders, baby. Good quarterback. Again, he's right, in my opinion, he's right there with Cam Ward. Give me a break. It's not like Cam Ward's head and shoulders above Shedeur. Please give me a break. Cam Ward does have a bigger, stronger arm. I'll say that. I think Shedeur's a better athlete, and I think he's smarter. He's smarter with the ball. He's more cautious with the ball. Like Cam thinks he can make every throw and just throws crazy balls all over the field. Shedeur's much more smarter, much more seasoned, honestly, too, just because he's grown up with the game. He's grown up in NFL locker rooms. He's grown up running a pro style offense since he was 13 years old. Shedeur Sanders going to New Orleans. They have David Carr right now. Is it David Carr or Derek Carr? I get these two mixed up all the time. Derek Carr. The New Orleans Saints have Derek Carr right now. You can slide Shedeur in there. You can let him sit for 10 weeks and then, hey, take over. After we're 1-9, the franchise is yours, kid. It sucks that they're going to throw him to the Wolves. Hopefully he doesn't start right away. Carr could be out for a while now that I remember that. Spencer Rattler's there. Jake Hayner's there. Shedeur's going to fit right into the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints, 9th pick overall, select Shedeur Sanders. Will he play right away? We'll find out because Derek Carr's on his way out, but still under contract right now. And with that, my friends, we get to the 10th pick, my Chicago Bears. So Bears fans, they want Will Campbell. He's gone. They want Jeanty. He's gone. They want Tyler Warren. He's gone. They want Mason Graham. He's gone. They want Shedeur Sanders. Kidding, they don't. So that leaves us with Calvin Banks, a tackle from Texas, a team leader, a team captain, started every day as a freshman and was really good. Banks is a stud. I think that the Bears, it's going to be hard for the Bears to pass up on Banks. You also got 2 Georgia defensive ends, outside linebackers, defensive ends, edges, whatever you want to call them. And I think the Bears at 10 are going to take Jalen Walker, an edge from Georgia. History has proven there is nothing wrong with taking Georgia defenders. Some are great, some aren't great, but Georgia has a pipeline of NFL studs. And so hopefully the Bears get their guy in Jalen Walker. Jalen Walker, 6'1", 243, definitely a linebacker as opposed to his teammate, Michael Williams, who's 6'5", 260. So the Bears select Jalen Walker, linebacker edge from Georgia, 6'1", 240. The Bears need a lot of help on defense. The Bears need a lot of help everywhere. And they need to hit the quarterback a lot more. They need to put Jordan Love in the dirt. They need to put whatever crappy quarterback plays for the Vikings in the dirt, and they need to hit Jared Goff and put him in the dirt. 6 games between those 3 teams, and we need to wreck quarterbacks' faces. We need to put them in the dirt and tell them who's boss, baby. And that's what Jalen Walker is going to do for your Chicago Bears with the 10th pick overall. All right, we're going 13 picks. So we got, I did 13 because it's Bears, Niners, Cowboys, and Dolphins, like 4 marquee teams. So Bears taking Jalen Walker. Niners getting old in the tooth on the offensive line. I think they can look at the Michigan DB as well, Will Johnson, who's going to be there. Everyone needs a good defensive back. Will Johnson, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's a beast from Michigan. Great player. The San Francisco 49ers getting long in the tooth on the offensive line. They lost a couple guys this offseason as well. They are going to take Kelvin Banks, tackle from Texas. Trent Williams, he's like 37 years old. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest of all time. Getting old. Kelvin Banks is a perfect either fill in next year, get Banks loose, warmed up on the offensive line this year. Maybe plays guard, maybe plays right tackle. The Niners are getting long in the tooth. They had that championship window for the last 5 years or so. So Kelvin Banks, Niners, 11th pick overall. And now we get to the Cowboys, America's team, man. All hell could break loose. I told you, like Shedeur could be falling to the Cowboys. Can they pass up Shedeur like they did with Johnny Manziel? And I know Dak Prescott is still out there and he's still on the team. But hey, Jerry going to Jerry, first and foremost. Jerry's crazy. This draft is crazy. Jeanty could fall. Shedeur could fall. Will Campbell could fall. Anything could happen in this draft. And the Dallas Cowboys are going to take the #1 receiver on the board, Tet McMillan, wide receiver, Arizona. An absolute freak. Had a bad social media video come out recently. He's like, oh, I don't watch film. I don't watch football. Not good. And that's why you're falling a little bit. Tet is an absolute freak. 6'4", 220, 8 touchdowns last year, over 15 yards a pop. Tet is an absolute stud. He's a freak. You got to watch film, kid. You got to watch other elite athletes get better at their skill. Cowboys receivers right now are Jalen Tolbert, Jonathan Mingo, and CD. They definitely need some help there, need some depth. Tet would slide right into that X wide receiver opposite CD Lamb. Give Dak another guy to throw to. Tet is a big-time red zone threat, an outstanding athlete, and at 6'4", 220, he's going to fit right in to that Mike McCarthy-led offense. Just kidding, Mike McCarthy's not there. Name the Dallas Cowboys coach. Schottenheimer, that dirty dog. I was going to say Eberflus. I think the Eberflus is the assistant coach there. All right, last pick. I'm not a draft guru, so I can't go much longer than this. The Miami Dolphins at the 13th pick. They need a lot of help, too. They got a quarterback. Who knows how long he's going to be there. They don't care who their running back is. It could be anyone. They got Jalen Waddle. They got Tyreek Hill. They always need linemen. Ask Dan Le Batard. He always makes fun of it. Because just looking at their draft, they have 2 second-round picks, a first-round pick, a free agent acquisition, and they still need help on the offensive line in Miami. So with the 13th pick overall, the Miami Dolphins are selecting Mykel Williams, defensive end, Georgia. Mykel Williams is one of those freaks again. He is listed at 6'5", 260. He's got arms longer than mine combined. Mykel Williams, defensive end, absolute stud, somewhat of a project, but has all those stud traits with the long arms, good weight, probably had 10, 15 more pounds, good speed, good power. Again, you can do a lot worse than taking a Georgia defender. I'll tell you that much. And that's what a lot of people do, to say, hey, just give me the best Georgia defender. That's what I got the Bears doing. And then the Dolphins are doing something similar. Get to the quarterback is the most important thing in football, pretty much. The Dolphins do it with Mykel Williams. And one more thing I wanted to talk about. I'm done making picks here, but Jaxson Dart. Jaxson Dart is a good quarterback. Jaxson Dart's going to be the 3rd quarterback selected in the first round. Maybe even the Bama kid gets drafted. That'd be crazy too, because he's Project City. Big ol' arm, great athlete. Jaxson Dart. There's 4 teams that I think are going to are taking a good hard look at Jaxson Dart. The New Orleans Saints are going to look at Jaxson Dart. The Indianapolis Colts might draft Jaxson Dart with the 14th overall pick. Anthony Richardson stinks. It stinks. So who are they going to? Who are the Colts going to go with at their quarterback next year? Richardson and Daniel Jones. The Colts need a quarterback. Jaxson Dart's a good quarterback. He's better than Anthony Richardson. I hope he's better than Daniel Jones. I really do. Daniel Jones. What a terrible draft pick. I'm pretty sure Eli Manning made that draft pick. Terrible. Eli Manning, never in charge of making draft picks ever again for the New York Giants. Jaxson Dart has a chance to go to the Saints at 9, the Colts at 14, the Seahawks, the Steelers, and the Packers. I think the Packers are done with Jordan Love. I think the Jordan Love experiment's over. Jordan Love stinks. And they are going to be looking at Jaxson Dart. It's going to be hard for the Packers to pass up on Jaxson Dart. I promise. Jaxson Dart's good. He didn't go to some small, crappy school at Utah State. He's a big time SEC kid. He's had interest all over. He's from the old school Pac-12, the SEC, Big Ten, you name it. Jaxson Dart's a stud. He's going to be a decent quarterback in this league. And like, I think him, Shedeur, and Cam Ward are all like, yeah, they got a chance. They're not awful. They're better than Spencer Rattler. They're better than Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, please. Jaxson Dart will get looked at by the Saints at the ninth pick, the Colts, Steelers, the Seahawks, and the Packers. Jaxson Dart's a stud. There you have it. Matty's mock draft 1.0. Not sure we're getting 2.0 or 3.0. NFL mock draft Thursday night. Going to be crazy. All hell is going to break loose. Shedeur is going to drop. Should go to the Giants at third, but he's going to drop because the Giants are idiots. Where's Ashton Jeanty going to go? We'll find out. Ashton Jeanty could go to the Bears. He'd go to Vegas. He'd go to the Patriots. We'll find out. Matty's mock draft. Wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Had a good time.